The following episode will contain spoilers. You have been warned.
You're listening to Cinema IRL, the podcast that throws you into the movie and asks the question, what would you do? Is your real estate agent a former henchman? No? That's too bad because it makes everything so much more interesting. Amber and Scott discuss after watching Love Hurts. And now, Cinema IRL.
I wish I could switch places for just one day.
What would you do?
Put yourself in my shoes.
How do we handle this?
What would you do?
Put yourself in my position.
What would you do?
Now it's your turn.
And remember, boys and girls, guns beats karate every time.
This episode, we are talking about Love Hurts. Marvin is a Milwaukee realtor who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime whom he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into the world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zones. Hunted by his brother, a volatile crime lord, Marvin must confront the choices that haunt him and the history he never truly buried.
I mean, this was one of those formulaic movies, but
Formulaic as in lots of action and then trying to cobble a storyline around the fight scenes, in my opinion.
basically, there's a formula on these things, and it's fine. It's a formula because it works. I enjoyed the movie. It was enjoyable. It wasn't a movie that I had to sit there and
Didn't require much
deep
thinking.
pondering or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, it was a little boring for me, but yeah, if you want to just go and kind of zone out without having to think a lot about plot, this would be the movie for you.
Yeah.
So what would you do if you were our main character, Marvin, who basically had a checkered past and got out of the family business and wanted to start over as a realtor, and you're doing well, you're being successful at that, and then something from your past crops up and thrusts you back into the fight for your life, run from the bad guys kind of situations?
Well, first of all, I would learn priorities.
Okay, tell me about that.
So I understand that he wants to keep the new life that he's got. That's great. When you're in a situation where you are quite literally fighting for your life, maybe take the real estate agent side and just put it on hold for a little while. Like, take care of your business. There will be clients when you're done. And even if you lose a client, it's okay. I mean, you're clearly doing fine because you're...
Well, he wasn't looking for clients. The clients just happened to knock on the door of where he was hiding out.
I know.
He wasn't trying to conduct business and close his sale.
Well, no, it sounded like he was expecting them.
Well, he was expecting them to... Well, no, they came by and they said, we want to buy the house. So I don't know that he was or wasn't, but the point being is they showed up to him. He wasn't tracking them down to try and still make a sale.
I mean, but
don't know if I
either
agree
way,
with
he
that.
was, there were definitely times he was putting being a realtor a little higher on the priority scale than I might have at that point. Like,
How so?
well, that for one,
Okay.
I would have gotten them the F out immediately.
Okay.
I mean, if nothing
But
else.
he did just win Regional Realtor of the Year.
Okay, and that'll
get that by being a
that'll look,
slacker.
yeah, that'll look fantastic on your tombstone. So no, I mean, get the clients out of there. That's a dangerous situation. You don't want your clients involved in a dangerous situation.
That's true.
So no, it's
Can't close the sale if your clients are dead.
that is, yeah, definitely. It's not like he had a ton of options. I mean, obviously, he wanted to run. Like, he wanted to run and get the F out, and basically Rose didn't let him.
And Rose, being the girl that he was supposed to have killed, didn't kill, let everyone think he killed her, and then he got out of the family business and went to become a realtor. And then when she pops up out of nowhere, seemingly again, everyone is shocked of, oh my gosh, Rose is alive, and oh my gosh, Marvin didn't really kill her, which led to a whole bunch of drama. And what would you do? So if I was tasked with killing someone and with a pure intention like he did of really not killing her because I kind of have a crush on her, and I think there needs to be some, I don't want to say a contract because that's probably not going to happen, but a very clear understanding of expectations going forward, because when he took her to what was supposed to be her gravesite to kill her, he basically said, don't let me see you again. Or I can't remember exactly what he said.
I mean,
but
here's the
basically, I'm letting you off the hook. Don't come back.
It's if you think the expectations were even remotely fuzzy, they weren't.
Well, I'm just saying that
mean,
if
they-
you don't kill someone that someone's expecting you to kill,
Well,
you run the risk of them coming back and causing some chaos in your life.
Well, so yes, on that one, but understand that Rose knew precisely what she was doing. There was not even a little bit of her that thought, oh, maybe this was a bad idea. No, and we go off on her a little bit here because she's the one who caused all of this.
Yeah, she came back from the dead, basically wanting to clear up what had happened and reveal the true bad guy who had set her up and get her money and get vindication.
Yeah, no, if you're hiding from those guys,
The bad guys.
you don't come back. You don't come back. You don't play this hiding ain't living crap. No, you're done. You get the hell out of there. You can start a life somewhere else. You can change your damn name. There are places you can go where you won't be seen, you won't be found.
And it appears she had her actual name on the directory of where she lived, her apartment.
Stupid.
You do not do
stupid.
that if you're supposed to be dead. Yeah, I completely agree. As if somehow you get away with your life, you count your lucky stars and you start over somewhere with that life in whatever state it is and you start rebuilding.
Yeah, that would
be me. What would I do? I would take the gift of being given my life and I would move far, far away and begin anew.
Yeah, no, that was just, obviously I know you have to have that to have the premise of a movie.
Yeah.
I am always aware that generally somebody's doing something stupid so that we can have a movie.
That's very true, yeah. The
But-
stupider, the longer the movie.
But that one's pretty effing stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, when you dabble in dark circles like that, if you manage to get out with your life, that is a gift, and you do not tempt fate by coming back and trying to avenge anything. Avenging always creates a movie premise, but usually lots of fatalities. And there was a lot of fatalities here.
Also, let me just note that if I see two guys, including Marshawn Lynch, walking up to a house with some rather heavy artillery in their hands, and I'm on the outside, alluding back to what I said at the beginning,
Oh,
whether I'm a realtor who knows karate or not,
there was a second realtor that was at the house door.
I'm not getting involved. F that.
Well, the second realtor who was next door also showing a different house that he had listed. Yeah, you're right. He thought he was going to be a big hero and go over there and save the day with his hi-ya kind of abilities, but that doesn't match against big scary guns.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Your karate chop is not going to win the battle when you have guns that blow people into walls.
And yeah, and he got a hole in the head for his troubles.
That was very visual.
It was quite visual.
So what would I do if I was a neighbor and saw bad guys going into the house? I would promptly run out to my car, get the hell out of the neighborhood, and call 911 on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's word for word what I would do. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Just too volatile. You bullets flying, especially you could tell a couple of people who did not give an F. And by the time he went in there, they had already unloaded quite a bit of artillery.
Yeah.
So it's not like he walked in wondering, oh, I wonder if they're really going to use those guns. Oh, they're using those guns. Everyone in that damn neighborhood knew that they were using those guns.
And sadly, I suspect many a man has been on the losing end of that kind of hubris of thinking that, yeah, I'm tough, I'll take care of it, or let's step aside, I got this. Yeah, you generally don't when you have truly, truly bad guys with weapons.
Yeah, no, you're only getting involved in that situation if you absolutely have to. Either you're physically trapped or whatever, like you literally have
if
to.
If it's self-defense, someone
Or-
comes upon you.
Or if you're defending someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Specific, like not your rival realtor.
I guess my last what would you do is if we look at the character of Ashley, who was Marvin's assistant at the realty, and her basically coming up across a very scary, deadly hitman and very quickly falling in love with him because she read his poetry book. Girls, I beg you, do not make rash decisions and fall for the bad guy. He really is a bad guy.
Just because he writes words doesn't mean he doesn't shoot guns.
He can be deep and also really scary at the same time.
Yeah. He seemed to have a preference for knives, though.
Yeah.
Like, he was throwing knives almost like they were bullets. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
I mean, yeah.
It's okay to spend Valentine's Day alone, and that's when this movie was set, is over Valentine's Day. So it is okay to spend Valentine's Day on your own. And if you want to do a Galentine's Day, that's fine too. But, you know, if you just want to stay home and just have it be a day like any other day, you can do that. Don't just hook up with a killer so you have a date for the big February 14th.
Yeah, I've honestly always hated this day because either it's going to depress you or it's going to put you in a situation where there are expectations or you don't know what the expectations are and you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do? Like it's either, I mean, it's a retail holiday. It's out there to get you to spend money. So
I would imagine that situation is much different if you're a guy than when you're a girl. If I've been with someone and we did a Valentine's Day, that was great. And if I was by myself, that's fine too. I really don't give a care.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, you're right. I mean, this is one of those situations where it is definitely different to be male. I mean, women
Unless
virtually never do something for the guy on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I beg to differ. If that's been your experience, I feel sorry for you. But
What have you got me for Valentine's Day in the past?
Well, because you don't do Valentine's Day.
I've-
So you basically, what you just said about it's a commercial holiday pretty much sums up your relationship with Valentine's Day. So that is not one of the days that we do. So I'm not going to knock myself out for it because it's not an important day to you. But if you haven't had gals do nice things for you for Valentine's Day, maybe that's the reason, or maybe they were just sucky girlfriends. I don't know.
No, I don't think I've gotten anything on Valentine's Day since elementary school.
We hope you enjoyed our episode. Thank you for listening. And to catch all the new episodes, please subscribe. We release 2 to 3 episodes weekly, so we'll have new content regularly. Until next time.